Meine Damen und Herren, hier ist der neue Trainer.
Bayern Munich are the German record champions. They've won 11 Bundesliga titles in a row, last won a treble in 2020, but right now they are experiencing their worst season since 2012, sitting 16 points adrift of runaway league leaders Bayer Leverkusen. They have lost to Saarbrücken, a third-tier side in the German Cup, and coach Tuchel already announced he will leave at the end of the season. This is where Mr. Sombrero Rebuild comes in. The man with the hat strives for success. After taking over Villarreal B and building them up to a UCL win, the question is if, of course, the recognition on the world stage will be the same after having taken over Bayern Munich, because the eyes of the world are, of course, right now on Mr. Sombrero Rebuild, and the question is, can he live up to the hype? Can he live up to the expectation? Has he already learned German? I would hope so. He is, of course, a man, a myth, a legend, and let's jump into this rebuild. First transfer window, we loan out Pavlovic, Buchmann, Peretz, Adznu, Hülsmann, and Kili. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 players that go out on loan because we have a lot of squad depth here. And then we sell Ulreich to Celtic, our backup keeper. I'll show you why we've done this in a second. Zvonarek goes to Bournemouth. Sar, a 31-year-old right back, goes to Mainz. Choupo-Moting, our third string striker, goes out because we only play with one striker. And then the guys we brought in, of course, these are the transfers. Restes, a backup goalkeeper because Ulreich left and he's a highly potential player. Bakayoko, a very talented right winger from PSV Eindhoven in, of course, the Netherlands. And then these two things are very important for us too. We brought in typical Bayern Munich fashion, a right back, one of the best players of the league in real life this season, Jeremy Frimpong, for 65 million, and we've sold Mazraoui to Manchester City for 48 million. Leaving the team going into season 1 like this, we have a lot of potential, and I would be devastated if we didn't win the Bundesliga, just like Bayern did in real life. So, of course, in the Champions League, the main objective of this rebuild, I want us to compete as well. I would say at least the quarterfinals, and maybe have a shot at the title. We have arrived at the halfway point of the season, and as you can see, we are 5 points clear of Bayer Leverkusen and 7 points clear of Dortmund. Dortmund are still invincible. We have lost one game, but even though they are unbeaten so far after 16 games, they are still 7 points down. Hell, Musiala has done a great job. I mean, 12 goals, 3 assists in 22 games. He's the top scorer. Together with, of course, Harry Kane. I mean, the man won his first trophy. I'm going to show you. The man won the Super Cup, so the curse has officially been broken, but it's only a Super Cup. I think officially broken it will be when, of course, he has won at least one Bundesliga. And then Coman, Tell, Müller, Sané, Goretzka all getting into the action. So it's been a good season so far. We hope to keep it up. As I've told you guys, we have won the Super Cup at the beginning of the season, 1-0 over Leipzig. So Harry Kane finally got his first trophy. And yeah, hopefully many more to come. And in the Champions League, we have topped our group, coming first before, of course, facing Paris Saint-Germain. Are you kidding me? Oh, no. Are you joking me? I mean, we are facing Paris Saint-Germain after, of course, topping our group. I mean, We have topped our group, lads. I, I mean, yeah, whatever. I mean, Manchester United come in second, Copenhagen come, of course, in third, and Galatasaray crash out completely. Here we go. It's Paris Saint-Germain, the French giants, the oil money, the oil machine, against, of course, the German giants, the record champions, with a strong starting 11. I mean, Frimpong is there, the man we bought in, but all the others are Bayern Munich players. I think Neuer has gone down by one already, but doesn't matter. We get into the first leg. It's PSG against Bayern Munich in the round of 16. The result is a 2-1 defeat. So we have work to do in the second leg. Otherwise, it will be Kudus in, of course, round of 16. Second leg of the Champions League. It's Bayern Munich against PSG. We've lost the first leg 2-1 away from home. Still everything to play for, and we need to show it. Look at these players. Look at their overalls. I mean, these guys have to cut it here. Otherwise, we will go out in early fashion, early doors, and I don't want that. Let's see. Let's simulate. The result is a 4-2 win. There it is. There it is. I mean, this is relief. This is the definition of relief. It won't get easy, will it? It's Real Madrid in the quarterfinals after PSG. I mean, I'm just shaking my head. This is a terrific run. This is a monster run we will have to make here to get past, of course, to the semi-finals. It is the kings of Europe. It is Real Madrid against Bayern Munich. Let's see. First leg in Madrid at the Santiago Bernabeu. Madrid against Bayern, first leg. The result is going to be a 0-0 draw, so nothing really happened here. I mean, yeah, nothing really to talk about, is it? And I tell you guys, everything is on the line. I see that Neuer has gone down again to an 85, but I can also see that Musiala has gone up to an 89, which is brilliant. Frimpong up to an 85. He's being converted right now to a right back from a right wing back. So yeah, Davies up to an 86. This is our time, lads. It is Bayern Munich against Real Madrid. The second leg. The result is a 3-2 win. It is Sunday in the 119th minute with the winner. Just look at the teams we have faced so far. All of them world-class teams, and yeah, PSG, of course, then it was Real Madrid, and now it is Manchester City. I mean, yeah, the best team in the world. Is there anything else I need to say? Let's just get into it. I am not expecting, I don't know what really to expect. We go into the game with a full-strength starting 11, no suspensions, no injuries. The result is a 2-0 loss. So, yes, it seems as though our Champions League run comes to a halt. We have a massive, massive comeback to make. I am sure these guys are capable of winning against Manchester City, but yeah, it just doesn't look like we could progress. But anyways, let's just brush all of this aside. Let's go into the game. Even. It's 2-0 for City, but let's just try and give it our all. The result is a 2-1 loss, and we are out. Of course, it's Foden with the winner for City, and we are out 4-1 on aggregate. We get humbled by Manchester City, and our Champions League campaign comes to an end in the semi-final. Lads, it's official. I'm a fraud. I'm an absolute fraud. I mean, how did this happen? How did this happen? We were clear like 8 or 6 points at least at the halfway stage of the season. We have ended second behind Borussia Dortmund. So we actually bottled the league. I can't believe it. Oh, but finally we win something. Finally we get our hands on some silverware. This is brilliant. This is the least that could have happened. I mean, it's against Dortmund, the one team that beat us to the title. An all Manchester derby in, of course, the Champions League final, won by United. In the Europa League, it's Roma winning against Sociedad. And in the Conference League, it is Rangers beating Club Brugge. So we have a look at the stats here. It's Harry Kane scoring 22 goals, so absolutely carried us, this man. I mean, he finally won his first trophy with, of course, the DFB Pokal, also the Super Cup, if you want to include that. So 2 trophies. But honestly, the one trophy I wanted to win, we failed to do that. Coman scored 16 goals, Musiala 13. He's an absolute gem, this guy. He's up to a 90, up by 4. Coman up by 1, Kane up by 1, as I said. Bakayoko, the new man, he's a fire player. He scored 9 goals and 1 assist. Great transfer. Tel scored 8 goals as a rotational striker. Sane scored 7 goals, up by 1. Tel up by 4 again. So lads, this is the squad going into season number 2. And what you can see is that there are a lot of players that have returned from loan. Like a lot of players. And I have put many of them on the transfer list. I'm going to show you soon what we can do on the transfer market and who we can get out, who we can bring in. What I can tell you immediately is that Neuer is, of course, 38 years of age. He's 85 rated. He's the weakling of this team. I'll quickly show you what I did. So most of the transfer business actually happened on transfer deadline day. As I told you, I had to forge out a lot of players. I mean, I had to send out a lot of players either on loan or on a permanent, and this is what we've done. Ibrahimovic to Darmstadt on a loan, Schenk to Eibar on a loan, Dyer, the centre back, to Frankfurt on a loan deal because he didn't get any game time last season, Buchmann to Frosinone on loan, Pavlovic, another talent, to Bergamo Calcio, aka Atalanta on loan, Vanna, another top-tier talent, to Union Berlin on loan, Kretzik to Southampton on loan, Fukui on a permanent, Lawrence on a permanent, Kabadai on a permanent, Perez on a permanent, Newell, Stanisic, Tillman, and this is it. So we made about 15 transfers out, most of them on loan, some of them on a permanent, and we brought in, of course, our 3 guys, Kobel, Rice, and Bastoni, in a swap deal with Dayot Upamecano for 57 plus Upamecano, which is a lot of money. We've spent over, of course, 250 million on these 3 players alone. But of course, this is where Mr. Rebuild Sombrero gets in his magical touch and wants to bring this team to the top, not only of the Bundesliga, but of course, again, to the top of Europe. So lads, we go into season number 2 with the squad looking like this. Of course, we're also in the Champions League once again. This time we face a, let's say, medium group. Yeah, I think this is the perfect term for this group. I mean, on the one hand, we have Spurs, who are, of course, chronic bottle jobs. And then we have Girona, the Spanish Flyers in real life. And then Copenhagen, who knocked out Manchester United in this year's Champions League. But actually, if we want to have a serious conversation about winning the Champions League this season, we should drop this group. I mean, yeah, we shouldn't just drop it, we should destroy the group. This is my stance. Well, judging by the stats, I don't know. I don't think we have done so well because, of course, Harry Kane is once again our top scorer. And Matis Tell, who is actually the backup striker, is the second best scorer. So to be honest, lads, I'm not so sure. I'm actually a bit concerned here. All right, lads, we are in second in the Bundesliga. We are 5 points ahead of Leipzig in third and 8 points ahead of Leverkusen in fourth. Mainz are in fifth, also 8 points ahead of them, which is, yeah, it's a bit surprising, but well done to them. But yeah, we are in a bit of a pickle because we've only conceded 13 goals, which is seems to be the best value in, of course, all of the league. But yeah, Frankfurt haven't lost a game so far. I mean, they are going invincible so far. They are unbeaten in 16. I mean, there are 18 more to go, but this is a great run they are on. And actually, I I am concerned. In the Champions League, however, we absolutely destroy all of them. I mean, just like I said, just like I urged the team to do, we did top the group in flying colors because 8 points ahead of second place Tottenham, who are in fact progressing alongside us, whilst Copenhagen are going to the Europa League and Girona are going out altogether. So actually, lads, if you look at this group, we have won 5 games, but all the other 3 together have only won 1 game. Going into the second half of the season with the same squad, exactly the same squad on any positions, no player in, no player out. Let's see how it goes. We are for sure favorites in this game, in this tie. But as you can see, Kim Min-jae replaces Bastoni in this first leg because Bastoni is in fact tired. But anyways, let's get into it. Quick sim the game. The first leg in the Netherlands is going to be a 1-0 defeat. Wow, I mean, how is that even possible? I mean, this squad is so strong and we still manage to lose away to Feyenoord. This is incredible. I mean, everything hangs in the balance here. So lads, I'm still shook from that first leg defeat. But I want us to come back. I want us to bounce back and I want us to kill these guys. I mean, in our home stadium, not literally, but in a footballing way. Let's get into the game. It's Bayern against Feyenoord in Germany, in Munich. The result is going to be a 3-0 win. That's what I'm talking about, guys. That is what I am talking about. Bayern's time. Even though we are up against a strong Inter side, we will have our chances. Would love to see a win, but certainly I would prefer a better result than away at Feyenoord, where we of course lost. So let's see. The result in the first leg away at the San Siro is going to be a 1-0 win. So a fine result, a goal in the second minute by Leroy Sané, and I am absolutely over the moon with this result. Here goes the second leg of the Champions League quarterfinals. Kimmich is up to a 90, Rice is up to an 89, Musiala up to a 92, and even Kane is up to a 92, Kobel to a 91. So this team has to get it done right now. It is Bayern against Inter Milan. First leg, we have won 1-0 at the San Siro. Second leg, please don't bottle it, guys. The result is going to be a 2-2 draw, and this is enough, of course. The goals scored by Kimmich and De Ligt at the beginning of each half, and then Thuram and Easy, who I don't know who it is, equalized both times. The man with the hat and his team, Bayern Munich, are facing Juventus. The first leg this time is in Munich. The other two rounds, the first leg was always away, but this time it is at home. I don't care as long as we get a good result, lads. I'm gonna be honest with you. We get into it. The result of the first leg is a 3-2 defeat. So yes, we seem unable to get over that final hurdle, but we still have a second leg where it is all to fight for. Let's get into the second leg. It is Juventus against Bayern. The result is going to be a 4-0 win. A 4-0 hammering. We have hammered Bayern. Juventus. Bayern have hammered Juventus. It is an unbelievable win. I mean, who could have expected this? I mean, not even the most optimistic Bayern Munich fan would have predicted this. I mean, it's very rare that I'm speechless, but here you've caught me out in one of these moments. It's incredible. Lads, I have to stop shortly because actually it's a very tight title race. We are in front and still on the same points than Frankfurt, but this time we have turned it around in terms of goal difference. We are 4 ahead of Frankfurt in this term, but I mean, we're still on the same points. And very importantly, there are only 2 games left. One of these games is going to be against Frankfurt. Lads, let's take this. Let's take these guys down. Let's take Frankfurt down and bring the championship to Munich. It is Frankfurt against Bayern. Do we win it? Yes, we do. It is a 2-1 win. Kane in the first minute. So, lads, in the end, it is a clear and obvious league title for us. 5 points ahead of Leipzig, who clinched the second spot from the jaws of Eintracht Frankfurt. And they nearly even finished as low as 4th, but Leverkusen couldn't overtake them in the end. I want to show you the final stats here. It's Harry Kane with a stellar season. It's 29 goal appearances, goal contributions in 36 appearances. It's Bakayoko with 16 in 23, Sane with 13 in 33, and it's Tell with 13 in 34, as well as Nabri with 11 in 30. I mean, let's just take a short moment to appreciate the team we've built here within 2 seasons. I mean, Harry Kane up to a 92, Musiala up to a 93, Coman at an 87, Sané up to an 89, Rice 89, Kimmich 90, Bastoni 88, De Ligt. I mean, in each and every position, we are absolutely world class. We have one of the best 5, if not 3 players in the world in every position. I mean, even the subs bench looks amazing. Can someone explain to me why Thomas Müller has submitted a transfer request at the end of his career? This just doesn't make sense at all. EA, fix your game, lads. So this is the Liverpool team we are facing. I mean, they have changed quite a bit. They have Balde at left back, Richarlison up top, but otherwise, yeah, Oyarzabal on the bench, Vandenberg, who I think is on loan in real life, Matip is back from his injury here, and Soboslai on the bench, so it is a strong side, one of the world's best sides. I mean, Mo Salah on the right wing, Luis Diaz on the left, McAllister and Gravenberch is certainly a beast right now at this stage in career mode, so at the end of second season, Virgil still a top class player, Alexander-Arnold still running down that right wing, and of course Balde is a superb addition to this of course team. He would be a world class heir to the throne, of course, of Andy Robertson, who has that spot right now in real life. but then also Alisson Becker, who rounds up that team, that phenomenal team. They are playing a gegenpressing as opposed to, of course, Bayern Munich's tiki-taka that we chose as our playstyle at the start of this rebuild. So here it is. Liverpool against Bayern Munich, the Champions League final in Madrid in 2025. Kimmich back to Musiala. Can we create something early doors here? It is Musiala seeing Kimmich. Kimmich. It is Harry Kane. Harry Kane sees Musiala. Musiala back to Kane. No, it is Musiala. Still Musiala. What a chance. Good opportunity here in the 7th minute of the game already. And what a save. Alisson, I mean, not the best goalkeeper in the world for nothing. Kimmich with the corner kick. Good corner. Goal! It's 1-0! It is Harry Kane, the cursed man, who does a cold celebration. I have to admit that. I mean, good corner kick here from Kimmich, of course, the captain, and then Kane jumps the highest and gets his head to the ball. I mean, neither Van Dijk nor Alexander-Arnold could get anything to it, and it is 1-0, very early doors here. Klopp in the mud, Liverpool in the mud, and Harry Kane scores his 6th goal in this Champions League campaign. Second half on the way. Kane's goal is the only one to separate the two sides here. It is Coman immediately on the left wing at the start of the second half. Coman back to Kane. Kane very, very dynamic here. It's Kimmich. Tries a shot, maybe a little bit too optimistic here. It's Frimpong back to De Ligt. Wrong ball by Kimmich. Gives it to McAllister. McAllister to Richarlison. Richarlison once again. The chicken is man marked very well, but then Kimmich gives the ball away a second time in 2 minutes. We've completely shut down their offense so far. But here they come. It is Richarlison. Richarlison. Dangerous play. Dangerous. It's De Ligt with a vital interception here. I mean, very, very well done. Well read. And here we go on the counter. It is Musiala. Musiala, our wonder boy. Can he create here? Musiala, no he can't. Not his best game, but certainly he's got the skill to decide this game. It's Kane. Kane once again. Can he have his brace? Yes, he can! It is Harry Kane! He has lost a Champions League final before to Tottenham Hotspurs. But, of course, as a Tottenham Hotspur player, against, of course, Liverpool, against our opponents of the day. But here it seems as though he can be the difference of us winning the Champions League or not. Klopp is in the mud and doesn't know any solutions anymore, I think. It is 2-0, a brace by Harry Kane. Here he is, Bakayoko. Sees Kimmich, first world-class ball here. Musiala, what a control. Kane, so tight, but then loses the ball again. Dangerous, what a tackle by De Ligt. He's a monster, officially confirmed. Great ball by Kane. Intricate play to Musiala. Can Musiala crown his performance here? Yes, he can. No, he can't. It's Kane who takes away the goal to get the hat-trick. I didn't want to do that. I wanted to give Musiala his goal. And Kane does the Son celebration. His old friend from Tottenham Hotspur would be proud to see him like this. Kane with an absolute match-winning performance. But here again, he doesn't have anything to do with the goal. Would have gone in. He's just a cell. Oh, I think it struck his arm. It's Endo. Don't let him get one back. Endo with a great play. Oh, it's a great goal. It's actually a very, very well played individual goal by Endo. Let's see it back. I mean, De Ligt, for once, he gets spun here. For once, the first time he gets turned all game long. And then Endo with a cold finish. So it's very important we got the third goal, because otherwise we would have been in a worry, in discomfort now. It is Tell here. Final action of the game. Referee, blow your whistle. There it is. Bayern Munich are not only the Bundesliga champions, not only the cup champions, they are treble winners after winning the biggest prize in club football, the Champions League in, of course, Madrid, in the Santiago Bernabeu. Bayern Munich are on top of club football, and it's a bit of a reverse situation from real life. I hope the Bayern Munich fans among us have really enjoyed this video, and I wish you a very good rest of the day. I hope you liked it, and yeah, please subscribe, like the video, and tell me in the comment section what else you want to see.